Hello, hello. Hello, beautiful souls. It's Anna here. How are you? Hello, hello. I'm just shuffling my new Oracle card deck here. I'll let you guys know about it in just a sec. I'm just connecting with the energy, but say hey if you're jumping on. Before I start though, I wanted to say something, and I think this is important. I think this is something that is really, really vital for our survival and vital for our evolution to understand. And I want to start with this before I get into the card pulls, because I have had one of the most challenging couple and a bit longer years of my life. Those of you who have been through it, those of you who are still going through it, those close to me are probably aware to some degree how difficult it has been. And whilst I feel that I am on the other side of it now, or more to the point, I'm through to the next section, the next chapter of my life now, I think it's really important to understand, because this is something that I perhaps didn't have such a good grasp of before, that we're not going to go through just one dark night of the soul in our lives. We're not going to just have one stage, one chapter, one section of our lives that is difficult, that is challenging, that we might even feel like literally every single thing that we do to move forward, we just get pushed right back. There's going to be phases in our life where this happens, where it doesn't matter how far you have gone, it doesn't matter how advanced you think you are, it doesn't matter how experienced and how much better than this you might think you are, that you think you've been through it all already. None of that will matter, because you will still go through it again. And this is really crucial to understand, and why I think that this isn't bad news, because so often we will think of this as bad news. It's actually not, because it actually means that your soul's evolution is continuing. You see, when we get to a particular level, whether it's something that we would consider that our life is going perfectly right now, it's in flow, things are working for us, or if we consider it the other way, regardless wherever we get to, if there isn't a next iteration, if there isn't a next cycle, if we're at the top, if there isn't then a coming down, if we're at the bottom, if there isn't then a coming up, it means we're stuck. It means our soul's evolution has stagnated. We are not going any further. Life is cyclical. We are cyclical. Our souls are cyclical. Everything around us, if you look at nature, it's seasons. It is all cyclical, right? We have the waves with the winter and then the summer and then back to the winter and then everything in between. Our moods, right? We can be on a high and then we will come down low as well, and we will balance out sometimes. Everything in life is cyclical. And if we don't grasp this, if we don't honor this, if we don't actually move into this and allow this to move through us, we're not actually evolving. We are not actually on our journey. We are actually not moving forward in any way, shape, or form. So this is why it's not bad news. If you feel like, holy shit, I was just here a few years ago, I went through this, I was in the darkest of despairs, I went through another dark night of the soul where it seems like everything that I did was just pushed up against me. The universe just would not budge on certain things. If you feel like, oh my gosh, I was just there and now I'm back here again, this is not bad news. This is actually the journey of the lifetime. This is actually your soul's journey here and its evolution. And it means that you are growing. It means that you are stepping up to that next level. I can tell you, hand on my heart, beyond anything I've ever understood, that having gone through this latest iteration of the downward spiral, or the low of my life, the dark night of the soul, whatever you want to call it, I am a completely different person to the last time I came out of this. There is not even a shred of the same person left. It is such a different iteration of me. And this is such a crucial thing to understand, because it is in this that we grow. It is in this that we expand. It is in this that we get to discover new, evolved, and deeper parts of ourselves that we've never had access to before. But if you shut it down, if you shy away from it, if you try to live your life only in the up, only in the flow, only in the cycle at the top, you will never, ever actually get any higher. because it is in the cycles that we actually get higher and higher. So I wanted to start with that because, like I said, this has been on my heart, this has been on my soul recently, of just realizing how deeply grateful I am for what nearly broke me, because it is what has actually expanded me. I needed to break patterns, I needed to break beliefs, I needed to break sabotages, routines, everything that I had in place before this to come to the next level. Some things had to shatter, as painful as it was, and I'm not saying it wasn't, because it took me to the brink. But being on the other side, really having this clarity now that this isn't going to be a once in a lifetime thing, this isn't going to be a twice in a lifetime thing, this is our evolution, this is our soul's growth. So I wanted to start with that because, again, this has just been what's on my heart. So I hope that resonates with you, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you have any on that. Thanks. Hey, Will. Hey. Will says, makes so much sense. It really does. And, I know I'm speaking to a lot of people right now because, truthfully, so many of us have gone through this and will continue to go through this, right? But especially in the last couple of years, for those of us who are awakened, for those of us who are seeing beyond what is shown most of the time, and who have dug deeper into themselves and into their truth, it has been a very challenging period of growth.